you feeling about this first matchup of Ankara? We've seen the struggle of War Machine on Ankara. They didn't even beat Alpha 5 on it. So what are you thinking going in this one?
I think Carbon's going to take him on Ankara for sure. I mean, they haven't had a great start on it, and I mean, unless they really did figure out on how Carbon will play instead of Alpha 5, then it's not going to be too great for them on this start.
Definitely agree with you there, War Machine. Not necessarily the map they want to start on, but I mean, going into map number 2, it's one of their strongest maps. Black Widow would be their first pick. So Carbon picking Ankara, picking the weakest link of War Machine, but Black Widow, I mean, War Machine, we've seen them do tons of work on Black Widow.
We've definitely seen War Machine do tons of work on Black Widow, and I mean, I think a lot of teams all have their map, and then Black Widow is like their backup map. I find that a lot of teams have that, so every team is very equal on that map, and it makes it a very close map, I find, personally anyways.
Definitely, and now here we have it, guys. It's going to be a best of 5 Carbon, though, because they did win out in the upper bracket. They will have a 1-map advantage in this best of 5 series, so they will be leading 1-0 to start it off, but the map order will be Ankara, Black Widow, Port, and then Subbase if we do indeed go to a 4th map, which we definitely could go the distance here.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it happening, and these are two great teams, with loads of great players, so yeah.
Definitely a lot of good players on both sides of the field here, but who would you say are going to be the players that we need to keep our eyes on for some crazy plays here in this first map?
I mean, we've seen Andre J, Dweez, and 15OL both go huge, so I can definitely see them going. And yet again, I can say Multi and definitely Wisdom right now, guys. He is going crazy, so keep an eye out for Wisdom.
Definitely War Machine, I think, bringing a stronger game presence than they did against their first matchup with Carbon. I think you can tell, especially by the way they played against Alpha 5, they definitely really want to be here.
They definitely really do, and they definitely deserve it too.
Definitely deserve to be here. They had a great fight against Alpha 5. Unfortunately, Alpha 5 wasn't quite able to make it out on top, but now here we have it. This is going to be our finale. The winner will be your North American champions. Not only that, but they get a shot to become the #1 team in the world for Crossfire this year, which is a huge opportunity for whoever comes out on top. But Carbon, they do have a 1-map advantage as we start this one off as their champions of the upper bracket coming into this. So they do have an advantage, not yet losing to anyone in this event. But now we've got Kryptonite, aka Wisdom, going huge to start things off with a nice kill onto Andre J, who was a threat to them very greatly so yesterday on this map. So very nice opening pick there to start things off for War Machine, getting numbers on the board. And Brando, though, he will answer back with a nice kill to trade off onto Wisdom, and now it will be a 4-on-4 situation. But here comes the push-up bridge. Superman, though, that flash is going to hurt him pretty bad, and they're going to be forced to back up a little bit here. But Superman gets one through the smoke behind me with that AWM. Interesting choice for him, but he will manage to get a kill out of it. And now here we have a 3-on-3. Carbon they're a little less favorable here in this HP situation, but still they do have even numbers here. But Multi, Michael, and Pablo, the last 3 alive here, holding on to all of the map here. 1 in mid, 1 in A, and 1 in B. They're just spread out here, trying to get early information to where Carbon might be going. But Carbon, they're still in their spawn now. They're just going to be rotating back here where they will meet Michael on long A, who gets taken down by a nice shot there. 15OL going to shut him down, and now Multi and Pablo left to pick up the pieces here and shut down this push, but there's still no commitment yet. And Brando just sitting here in mid. He's trying to get all of the intel he can. They don't want to let anything slip up here on the side of Carbon, but they're still doing everything they can to make sure they check their corners and play this one smartly, but they could run into some trouble. Pablo, he's working his way into the connector. He's going to catch them here. He's going to get one. He gets a 2K. Pablo turning things around, and now 15OL, he's all alone here. He's going to grab the bomb and get out of there as quickly as possible. Pablo, though, with a brilliant 2K there. That's going to give a huge opportunity for his team to win this round. But now 15OL, he will get the bomb down on A. It's all about the post plan here for 15. He's going to have to come up huge with 3 kills in this first round. But Pablo, he's already close by. Coming from the global risk spawn multi, though, he's flanking vents. He's going to run into 15 very soon. He's going to catch him, but 15, he's already going back up to A site. So multi, he's going to be in a great position to catch him on the flank, and here it comes. The flank is real. Multi takes him down, and just like that, Pablo gives them the opportunity to get that 2v1, and they secure a much-needed first round to show Carbon that, yes, we are a threat here on Ankara. What a way to start this one off, though.
The mic is still robot right now, man, so I'm just gonna go back to the other mic.
Alright, sounds good. Well, Camu gets that adjusted here. We'll be going into round number 2. War Machine, they've started off right. They've got the lead here, looking to shut down 3sUP.Carbon, the heroes of the upper bracket, but so far War Machine, they've had the smart start here with a solid first round there. Pablo sealing the deal there with a very good 2K onto the connector, but now Carbon, they're not out of this one yet. Definitely a lot of game left to be played here, and a lot to expect from this team. They've done very, very nicely so far in the event. I expect the same from him here in this final, so now it's looking like just a passive setup here from the defense. They don't want to give up anything, really. They know they've got one on the board. The pressure's on Carbon to make their move. Wisdom, though, with an AWM grab is one looking for more. Unable to connect, though, and that's going to be an opening onto this B-bomb site now as 2 players fall on the side of War Machine. Working their way in now, though. Carbon going to have to deal with Multi, who is here, sandwiched in the middle of A, or in the middle of B side. And he's going to try and make some things happen, but he's going to be taken down nice and early. 15 oil. Takes him out without a problem there, and now Michael and Pablo are going to make it happen, and if they can, but Superman, he's going for the shutdown frags. He gets one. Michael only escaping that exchange with 12 HP. He's going to have not a lot to work with here, but he does manage to snag a nice kill onto 15. Brando also being lit does give him a chance to bring this one back. If this nade can connect onto Dweez, he could have a pretty good shot here. But no, Brando will get the nice spray down there through the smoke, and Carbon will bounce back and tie this one right up. Now the score will be 1-1 as we get into it. Carbon, they've definitely been a strong team on Ankara throughout this tournament, but on the other hand, we do have War Machine. They've struggled in every matchup they faced on Ankara, but now would definitely be the time to bring their A game, and they're doing a great job so far with these early picks. Kryptonite going to pick up one as he falls off. Taking down Famous nice and early, but things are still looking pretty good here for Carbon in this round. They've done what they needed to with this early exchange. Michael falling off because he was lit up, but now they do have to work on committing to a site here. They've got to go somewhere, but they're still just trying to work picks right now. Definitely not a bad decision. 4-on-4, though. They need to start working their way towards the site fairly soon here, but still. Multi, though, will pick up a kill, but Superman there to nicely grab that trade and keep Carbon in a safe position for this round. 3-on-3, though. Time still ticking away here. They're still not moving forward towards the site, but it looks like A may be where they commit here later in the round. Unfortunately, though, it's completely exposed, so now Carbon, they're in a great situation to take this A bomb site. Every player is on the rotate here. They're actually not directly on A site. Michael's the closest player, and he's only sitting in the counter-terrorist spawn. He's gonna have to make his move a little bit quicker, otherwise Carbon, they're basically getting this A bomb site for free. I'm not sure why the decision was made to give it up on the side of War Machine, but now Carbon, it's all about the post plant. They've got control, but it is an even number situation. But Superman, he's gonna spot 2, but Pablo takes him down through the crack there, and that's gonna be a great entry from Pablo onto this retake. 2-on-3 situation. Dweez and Brando trying to keep it alive, but Pablo, he cannot be stopped. That's 3 kills on the round for Pablo, and that'll be a second one on the board. War Machine back in the lead. Now it will be 2-1 here, the score, as we have got Carbon. They're actually struggling here a little bit in this matchup, but maybe they will be able to recover here. It's only 3 rounds in, but War Machine, they're off to a very, very good start here. War Machine just continuing their passive setups here. They don't want to give Carbon too much intel onto where they're playing. I definitely like how they are sitting in this situation, but 15-0, he's trying to get some intel here, but Kryptonite, he's going to get exchanged out there. 15-0 very nicely grabbing that trade, but Michael, he's there to grab another one. Dweez goes down, and they're keeping Dweez in the non-factor zone today, and it's working out pretty well for them as Michael picks up a double kill, making that 3 for him on the round, putting it 3-1 in favor of War Machine on a map we didn't see them being a huge threat on.
Yeah, here they come, 3-1. I mean, we wasn't expecting that at all, and it's those picks on Dweez. Dweez is not doing what he needs to do right now, and I mean, that's what's giving it right here.
Definitely interesting to see Dweez and Famous both kind of struggling on the frags right now, where we normally don't see that. But Pablo, on the other hand, I mean, what are your thoughts on Pablo so far?
Pablo's really doing some huge work. I mean, 6 frags already, and he's back. But here's Dweez.
So we say that see Dweez and Famous both stepping it up. The callouts are real. Maybe they can hear us. I don't know, but they've definitely stepped it up. Famous will get another one as well. So Famous and Dweez both picking up 2 to answer us back and say, hey, we're still awake here. We're going to put some frags up on the board, but now it is going to be a 2-on-1 multi, still with a chance to clinch it, but no, Famous will hold on just barely there to pick up a much-needed round for Carbon, who are actually struggling here against War Machine so far.
Yeah, but you can't let Carbon get that momentum, because as soon as they do, oh my gosh, their shots come on.
Definitely, and you have to think about it too. I mean, playing Ankara first might not be a bad decision, you know, because they have the advantage of being a little bit warmed up, whereas Carbon, they may be coming in a little bit cold. They've already had a match on the side of War Machine, whereas the Carbon, they haven't played yet today in the event.
Definitely some great points right there. It's very true on what you're saying. And yeah.
And now Pablo continuing to do what he does best, getting frag after frag, but Superman, he's going to shut things down with a nice 2K. And now we see the momentum of Carbon start to rise up a little bit. They were down 3-0, but that's not about to matter, as it's going to be tied up here. Unless Pablo has an answer. He's already got 1 in this 1v4 situation, but 3 more kills he's going to have to grab, plus the defuse. He's going to have to make his moves precisely and quickly here. He's going to be spotted, though, and Superman picks up his 3rd kill of the round, stepping it up and bringing Carbon up to his high.
Yeah, Superman doing a lot of work right here, guys. He's already at 7 frags, and he's tying up there with Pablo, actually.
Definitely some great work here from Superman, but now we're actually going to see 4 on the defense in underpass. I'm not sure if I agree with this idea, but here it comes, 4 pushing out of underpass. It's such an interesting decision, but it's going to pay off. They catch Brando with a nade out, and Dweez, he's stuck here, and Pit, the trade should come in fairly soon, but he's actually going to be able to escape. No one came up to support that exchange. I'm very interested to see why that wasn't so, but still, Dweez, he's going to escape with 3 HP. And now here we have the execute coming towards the B bomb site, and they've actually given it up. I'm not sure where they would have 4 underpass and then just opt to give up the bomb site, but at the same time they do have 3 flanking hotels, so this could be devastating if Carbon is not prepared for this. If they're expecting the standard rotate through the global risk spawn, they're about to have another thing coming here, as we've got 4 people coming from behind basically here, and actually it's going to be 3 behind and 1 from the global risk spawn, so this could really throw Carbon off if they're not prepared for what they've got. Famous is the only one watching it. He's in a terrible position right now to watch this push. There could be an option, but Dweez, he peeks out at the right time, but he's not able to do anything here. He only grabs 1, and here comes the exchange. Famous, though, he tries to hold on, but Wisdom, he only is able to get 1, and now it's all in the hands of Michael, who's going to have to push, but Michael, he misses the shot. The whiff from Michael gives Carbon the opportunity, and 15-0 picks it up, and that'll be Carbon swinging back into the lead.
Oh, Michael's definitely going to be frustrated with himself right there. I mean, he was so close, but he didn't get it, and that gave him the round.
Definitely an unfortunate situation there for Michael, just having some trouble connecting that shot, but now Carbon, I mean, they were down, but now they're definitely in this one to win it. But now here we have it. War Machine looking to still try and establish a good half here and come out on top with the win. They still have the opportunity to take the half if they can clinch these last 2 rounds, but Carbon, the momentum train has started, and once it gets started for Carbon, it is very difficult to shut it down. As we see Dweez, he steps up to the plate in these last 3 rounds. He's got 2 kills around, but Jaime, he plays a great spot there, grabs 1, unable to get more than that, but 3 for 3 will be the numbers on the board now, as Famous will get 1. Brando gets 1 as well, but it's going to be evened up as Michael will exchange on to Famous, but Michael, he's trying to recover his mistakes from last round, and that'll do it. Nice 2 kills coming out from Michael, and now he's going to be feeling very confident on this retake, as it's now just going to be Dweez, but we've seen how Dweez can be in a defensive position, such a good fragger at playing defensive angles, so it's definitely not out of the woods yet for War Machine, as Michael, though, seals the deal and says, I will recover this round and come back on the board, because he just had a phenomenal round to answer back there. And now it will be 4-4, all tied up. War Machine and Carbon, they're neck and neck here. War Machine has brought their A game to this finale, and they're really trying to hold their own here, and they're doing a great job of it.
Well, they're showing that they definitely deserve the spot they have right now, guys, and they're going huge, actually. And they look at that pick.
Definitely Jaime with a great pick. Multi getting pretty lit here from Superman, who's looking for a second, and he grabs it. Superman just doing some great entry fragging here so far in Ankara, but still, they are neck and neck here in this last round. But 15-0 will get a nice frag there onto Michael, and now it's looking like Carbon may actually be able to take this half. It's a 2-on-4 situation, but now, as Dweez gets one, it's only going to be Jaime here all alone. He's going to run into Superman here, who does have an 8-out. That's a nice frag there. And he's going to be able to grab that M4, which will give him a little bit more mobility here with his shots, but they're coming up mid as well into A connector. He could have a brilliant opportunity to flank here. He's going to be behind all three players. Jaime, if he could get this 1v4, it would be a huge step forward for War Machine, but the bomb's already made it to A. He's a little bit too slow on his flank. He didn't quite catch them going into A connector, so now he's going to have to go for the retake, unfortunately. Going to be a much more difficult situation, but there's three players already pushed up here. There's going to be two behind this box. If he doesn't check it, it's going to be devastating, and he does not have any preparations to check that box, and now we'll see the half go 5-4 in favor of Carbon, but honestly a much closer half than I was expecting, considering the performance so far from War Machine here on Ankara.
Yeah, they should definitely be happy with that half, and they got to keep it going on from here, actually. This is what they needed for sure.
Definitely keeping the dream alive here for War Machine. They may be down one map, but they're not going to let that stop them having a great performance here so far. Carbon just barely sliding away with that first half, but now they really have to prove it. Now here we go. It's going to be, looks like just Michael we're waiting on to get readied up, and then we will get things started here for this second half. But seeing how that first half went, do you think War Machine actually has the potential to win Ankara, or do you still see Carbon coming out on top here in this situation?
I think Carbon may end up, coming up on top here, guys, but I really don't know.
Definitely anyone's game for the taking here. But still, a lot that could happen for both of these teams if they bring their A game to the table. But now Carbon, they are in the lead 5-4 as we go into the second half of Ankara right now. War Machine, they've got to prove it here. They're already starting out the series down by one map, and they've got a lot to prove if they want to contest Carbon for this championship title. But right now, they're doing a pretty good job of keeping this close, but now Blacklist is really where they've got to prove themselves. They've got 4 working on mid, but Dweez, he's in a spot to make it happen. He grabs Pablo, but Michael with a nice secure on that trade, so good trading here across the board from both teams, really, just having the kings of trades on both sides of the field. But now we have Multi, who is in a great position for this push. He's going to catch one. Can he get the second kill out of it, though? No. Brando barely going to slide away with that trade, but still, Multi able to get a good amount of damage onto him, so giving his team a nice situation in terms of HP to work with. And now they are going to be able to collapse onto Brando if they choose to. At this point, they've got 3 players in between them, and they are, but Brando, he's not going to be stopped. He gets one onto Michael, and now he's looking for more. Let's see if he can make it happen, though. Finally, Wisdom shuts him down in the B Hotel, and now it's going to be a 2-on-2 situation. 15-0 on the rotate. Superman, he's too far away to help out, so this bomb's going to be pretty easily get onto the site. Oh my goodness. 15-0, I thought he was going to get a shot there, but it was just very, very close. Superman, he's now working his way over behind as well. Jaime going to run into him here in Hotel. Let's see who wins this exchange, though. Jaime will actually come out on top. And now 15-0, he's all alone here. War Machine looking at the chance for a nice first round on the board this half and a chance to tie it all up here. And they are going to spot 15-0 before he's able to get a kill. This could be a huge opportunity for War Machine to shut him down, but they still need to make sure he gets nowhere near this bomb. But 15-0, he definitely has the pressure on his shoulders to push in here as Jaime peeks out and ties it up 5-5. Ankara proving to be a much bigger challenge for Carbon today.
Definitely is. We're seeing a new team from War Machine coming out here on their Ankara for sure.
Definitely a team that did study their replays to see what went wrong the first time they played Carbon, because they're not making the same mistakes they did yesterday, and now they're a much stronger team for it. 5-5 going to be the score. War Machine definitely in a great position to pull back here. Superman will fall as well. Jaime with another good headshot there, taking down Superman. Brando going to peek out as well. Jaime, he wants this. He grabs 2 brilliant entry frags, and that's an open A side for the offense. But Dweez, he already knows exactly where they're at. But Kryptonite shuts him down, and now War Machine are on fire here on their blacklist side. Not going to let Carbon have anything to do with this A side. But 15-0, he's trying to get these tower picks. He will get one, but it may not matter at this point. But Famous, he's coming up big too. The 2-on-5, it's starting to look closer and closer. But Multi, he's in a fantastic spot to prevent this from getting out of their control. All of the players are collapsed perfectly right now. But Famous, he's not stopping. He's going for a huge. Famous gets the 2K. Famous, he gets the 3K. Oh my goodness, the 2v5 coming out huge. Famous grabs 4 kills in the round and wins the 2v5 for his team. That's a huge round now for Carbon to put on the board.
It wouldn't have been looking good at all for Carbon if they lost that round. Famous though, really bringing it back. What a great 3K from him. Here he is, guys. There's Famous.
Oh my goodness, Famous, he's finally stepped up and gone huge here on Ankara, giving his team the momentum to win an incredible round. And just like that, Carbon will maintain the lead here, 6-5. Still anyone's map for the taking, but losing that 2v5 is definitely going to be a hard hit on the morale of War Machine. But now here we have it. They're not out of this one yet. Carbon, they still have to amp it up and continue to put the pressure here on War Machine. And right now we're seeing a lot of pressure from War Machine. They're actually trying to force their way up mid here with some nice nade placements, but they still are going to have to be very careful because the mid is covered pretty well here from Carbon. But now we've got Brando trying to get some intel towards A. What it looks like the bomb will be heading. Pablo, though, after a great first half, he's been sort of a non-factor so far on the blacklist side of things. And Brando and Superman, they've stepped up. The Carbon train is rolling now thanks to that clutch from Famous. I think they're going to be feeling a lot of momentum, and Carbon with momentum is just super deadly here, as now Multi all alone, 1 versus 5, is going to have to try and clean this one up. He is able to grab 1, but that will be it. And now Kalmu, it's what we feared War Machine would have to deal with, and that is the momentum hype of Carbon.
I tell you, once you started, you really can't stop it. And the thing is, it's going to go into the next map with that momentum too. These guys are great on momentum, so that's not good at all for War Machine.
Definitely not a good situation for them to be in. And War Machine, they're already coming into this series being down a map, so they're going to have to bring their A game every single map. Otherwise, if they win this, Carbon could potentially take this with only winning 2 maps. Michael, though, he does start off with a nice entry, but they know 15-0 is up in the tower. Michael, he knows something up, but he can't get it. Oh my goodness, Famous, though, he's holding things off on B as he grabs 2 before he falls, but 15-0, he holds it down from tower, and War Machine, they're struggling to get these frags on the board, but a nice nade from Pablo will put down 15-0, but he's still going to win this 1v3. He's got 2 more players to work his way through, but this is an important round. If Pablo can grab onto it for War Machine, this would be huge. It would make it just a 1-round difference instead of Carbon being 2 away from taking this first map off them. And Superman will seal the deal on that round. And now it's starting to look closer and closer to yesterday's game, as now it's going to be 8-5.
Definitely going down there for War Machine right now. They need the momentum themselves.
War Machine, they're definitely in a situation where they need something to give them a little bit momentum and hype, so winning this round would be huge for them. But 15-0, he's just going to start that off with a nice pick, as Jaime will answer, but the frags are coming back just as hard from Carbon. Carbon, they feel the hype right now, but Multi, he's going to get a nice headshot there and put one on the board for his team. It's looking pretty good, though. 2-2, though, in terms of numbers for the round. Still anyone's round for the taking, but 15-0, he's been pretty on fire this round with that AWM, and now he's going to be watching mid. Multi may run into the scope here, and he's going to get hit by a 15-0, hits another great shot this round, and now it's going to be a 1-on-2 once again for Pablo, who hasn't been able to do too much this half, but now would definitely be the time to make that happen. Here comes Pablo. He may have an opportunity if he looks behind him. He could catch them both. He's only going to see one, but Superman is going to be ready for it. Both players now going to come back and fight this, but Pablo, he's going to have the opportunity, but he can't connect the shots. Pablo, he gets one, but Superman shuts him down. And just like that, we're already looking at match point on map number 1 for Carbon.
Very, not a very close game right now, and it was looking really close at the start, but they've lost it all.
They have, indeed, and now Carbon, they're getting closer and closer to being the national champions, especially if they put this map on the board. They're going to have a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. They only need 3 to win it, so they could take it away on Black Widow, but we have seen War Machine on Black Widow. It is very strong for them, but they really did not want to give up this first map. It just gives Carbon so much momentum to work with. And now here we have it. Things are still very close in this round. Not a whole lot of commitment yet, but here it comes. Superman gets the double kill. Superman, he cannot be stopped. Make that a 3K on the board. Superman cannot be taken. He gets the 4th kill, and Carbon seals the deal. Map number 1, 10-5, with a nice 4K there from Superman to finish things off.
What a beautiful 4K by Superman. I mean, that was crazy. What an end of the game. I mean, wow.
Definitely incredible last round there from Superman, and now Carbon could take this here now. If they're able to bring their A game on Black Widow, we could be good to go. They could be done. It's nationals, and they could be winning this 3-0, Kalmu.
3-0, I'm like, wow. If Carbon can do that, that'd be crazy.
Definitely would be crazy if they could do it, and they have the opportunity now as we go into Black Widow. Map number 2, though, going to be Black Widow. War Machine, it's been their strongest map so far in this event. They haven't lost to anyone on it. Do you think they can use this as a good momentum for them moving forward, though?
Oh, they're gonna have to. I mean, they really do have to. They just lost the map, so this is a chance to come back or nothing, or second place. Oh, definitely. I mean, if they get they win if they get this map right. Well, this could be one of the fastest best of fives we've ever seen, then, guys. It's funny, their worst map is the map that they chose.
Sorry about that. I think my mic was actually muted for a slight second, so people probably weren't hearing me, but now should be good to go. Dweez, though, starts it off with a nice kill here. He will take down Multi. It's going to be a 5-on-4 situation. Things looking pretty good to start this one off for Carbon. They just want to seal the deal here and get this one over with and crown themselves champions. But War Machine, they don't want that happening here. They want to put up a fight and push this into a situation where they could possibly come out on top. And right now, though, Carbon sitting with the advantage. Dweez, aka Andre J, picking up that first kill of the round. Going to be a huge momentum for Carbon, continuing with the steamroll they've had so far. And now it's just looking like Carbon going to try and get possibly another pick before they push forward. Behind me, he's playing here passively on the back of Train, trying to get some intel as to where he should go. Right now, Jaime, he is going to back off here, try and make it happen, but still he's not quite able to connect any shots. He's going to get lit a little bit, as it looks like the Blacklist team of Carbon will fall off here and work their rotation towards the B-bomb site. Right now they are going to be grouped up outside of A long here. We've got Brando, bomb in hand, going to be working along with the rest of his team up here towards B. They've got one player positioned here in A, but it's not going to be anyone now as they push all 5 towards the B-bomb site. Pablo goes down, and now they're just breaking through the defenses here of War Machine. War Machine just starting to crumble here as yet another player goes down. Michael can't hold on, and it almost feels like War Machine, they're starting to lose faith here.
It does. I mean, Carbon just walked right through them right there. There was really not much problem.
Carbon with a perfect round there, taking out all 5 players without losing a single one. War Machine, they definitely need to amp it up here and bring their A game, and there we have it. Wisdom finally steps up to the plate, but Superman, he's there to grab one of his own, and now they still don't have a numbers advantage early in the round, but Wisdom, he's in a great position to push up here and get a little aggressive. I don't think Carbon's going to be in a position to expect this either, but 15OL, he's going to try and take him down, but here it comes. Wisdom, he's already pushed out. He's got one. Can he get more out of it? Here comes Jaime, though. He's in for the support as well. And this is actually looking like a fairly solid round. If Wisdom can pick up another, but no, 15OL shuts him down. And things are dead even once again in the round as Superman picks up another kill. And just like that, Michael now all alone. Superman stepping up big in this round. And now Michael, he's going to have to try and win this one out. But Superman gets his 3rd kill of the round and shuts down that mid-push. Incredible defensive plays there from Superman. And now here we have it, guys. 2-0 Carbon, 8 rounds away from being your national champions here today. And just playing to perfection here. Superman coming up huge there. Not often a sniper, but nonetheless he made it work for him really well in that round. And right now it does look like they are going to be pushing up Cat on the side of Carbon, but Pablo, he's here and ready for it. He's going to pop a flash for it, but here comes the push into the A bomb site, but it's so slow. 15OL hesitating, leading the charge. He's got the bomb in hand, but still there's no commitment just yet. But here comes the mid-peak. Pablo may be able to catch somebody off guard. They are dropping out of Cat, but Brando, he's going to pick up the first kill towards B, and they trade out Wisdom, and that's another great entrance from Carbon. They're just completely shutting down with their trade ability here. It's just making it near impossible for the defense to respond, but Pablo, he will get one without a response, but Famous, he's going to come around to get Michael, and things are just very difficult here for the defense to mobilize. And now we've got the B site going fully in control of Carbon as it's now Pablo here in the window trying to make something happen. If he can get one, it'd be great though, but Pablo, he is going to make it happen, so now it is evened up to a 2-on-2. Definitely a situation where we could see War Machine bounce back here, but the site is still in control of Carbon. And Jaime now on the flank, he's going to try and make it happen. He gets dinked there, but Pablo, he comes out at the perfect time to take down Superman, and now it's just in the hands of Famous in a 1-on-2. War Machine, great job here of turning things around with Jaime and Pablo, the dynamic instinct duo, keeping it alive here in this round. Very good job. They now have the bomb down as well. Famous, he's going to have to make a risky decision either way here to try and peek one of these 2 players. Here they come, though. They're actually going to push Famous. Famous, he's going to be able to touch the bomb and grab it without any issues really here. very interested to see that they actually gave up the control of the bomb to Hunt for Famous, but Famous, he doesn't have a whole lot of time. He's got to get this bomb down. Pablo and Heimlich, I don't understand what they're doing here. They gave him so much control in this situation, and now Famous, he could possibly win this if he's able to pull a perfect juke here. But unfortunately, he's going to be playing in a fairly risky position, but he may be able to get this. Famous, he's got the bomb planted on B, and he's got time to position. That's more than he should have even gotten in the first place, and he gets one, but now he's in a one-on-one situation. Winning this would be huge, though, but Pablo comes up big and saves the day, but for some reason he wasn't able to find the bomb for a second, but still, very nice attempt there by Famous.
Yeah, it was very, very close. I mean, good on Pablo for getting that. Famous got that, there would definitely have been some stuff in the chat.
Most definitely, but Famous, unfortunately not quite able to do it, but War Machine, it's a much needed round for them on the board. Every round they let up is one step closer for Carbon to be the national champions here. They're not letting up on the side of Carbon, though. 15-0 starts off with a great pick there and takes down Michael, and Carbon, they just want to steamroll their way into victory at this point, and they're doing a great job of it. They're not giving any opportunities for success on the defense, and that's another kill on the board as Brando's going to pick off one, and things are just looking good here. Brando now sitting with a nice frag on the board this round, but 3-on-5, a situation for them to bounce back, but Dweez picks up one as well, make that a double kill, as now Kryptonite all alone here. Can Wisdom be the hero once again, but unfortunately he is in a much unfavorable situation, so that won't fall for him. Superman shuts him down, and Superman, he's been having very solid kills on this map. Every kill I've seen Superman get, Cow, so far, it's been in a frag that they really needed.
Yeah, I find that Superman always does good on Black Widow from what I've seen, and he did really good on Ankara too, so Superman is definitely one of the man of the matches for Carbon so far.
Definitely Superman stepping up to the plate today and bringing his A game and making it very hard for War Machine to have a chance here, but Carbon, they've just been playing phenomenally. 7 rounds away from being your national champions here, unless War Machine can bring the answer. But Kryptonite, he will get one, but it's not going to be enough here as Famous will mow him down. And now it's going to be a 4-on-4. Brando picks up a 2-piece, and things are just looking very good for Carbon here so far on Black Widow. 2-on-4 going to be the situation. Pablo and Michael trying to recover. They are going to get a nice frag there onto Brando, now making it a 2-on-3, and they do have the bomb down. Unfortunately, Brando peeked out, but Famous, he's going to get just as aggressive, taking down one, and now Pablo all alone. He's going to have to try and recover this. He does get one. Pablo, can he be a machine and get more than this, though? No, Dweez, he got the perfect flank there from Window, and just like that, it's 4-1 already, Cow.
Yeah, Dweez is doing very well right there with that flank, and just it's the teamwork. I mean, we had an interview with Carbon yesterday. It is that teamwork that they have right now, guys. It is crazy.
Definitely some crazy teamwork coming out from Carbon. They've just been doing a phenomenal job on the side of Carbon today with their teamwork, and now we see it just paying off here as it's 4-1, and they're just closer and closer to winning this national title. Just 6 rounds away. They've already got 2 map score under their belt. They just need this 3rd one to seal the deal. Right now it is going to be just sort of a standoff here. You can tell War Machine's incredibly nervous in this situation. They're playing much different than they did against Alpha 5, and it's definitely showing as Carbon. They're just mowing down over and over again. There's a lot of struggle here on the defense, not being able to just play to their A game like they were against Alpha 5. It's kind of just a struggle here as Carbon just steamrolls through this A bomb side right now. They've got complete control, and there's nothing Multi and Wisdom can really do about it except try and hold on. But no, Dweez takes down another. Things are just not looking good here for the side of War Machine as Carbon is steamrolling their way into a very nice looking championship victory.
It's definitely a shame, because they're not playing the way they have played against Alpha 5 whatsoever. And obviously, the nerves are getting to them and everything, but it is a shame that this is happening right now because they are good players.
Definitely War Machine playing great in this tournament, just struggling here against the powerhouse momentum of Carbon. As you said earlier, it's just nearly unstoppable once they get going, and they already had a map advantage coming into it. Winning Ankara gave them even more momentum with that 10-5 scoreline. And now they're up 5-1 already on Black Widow, 5 rounds away from a national championship victory. And it's looking pretty good for Carbon. Now, though, more than ever, War Machine, they have the opportunity to step this up. They can still bring this to a doable game if they can win out this half 5-4. and make it 1 round deficit for them, they can bring it back and have a chance, at least, of making this a very close game, but they've got to amp this up here and now. Otherwise it will be Carbon steamrolling their way to a very nice victory. But here comes the execution. There's going to be 4 players steamrolling into B, and it's not going to be able to be stopped. Famous, he's got that sniper in hand. Dweez takes down another, and things are just looking grim here for the side of War Machine. Carbon is an unstoppable force right now for them. And they've got to be a little bit down now, as once again Pablo, he's left to try and pick up the pieces. He just hasn't had a whole lot of luck winning out these clutches, and Superman once again being the clutch shutdown machine. And Carbon, they're just unstoppable right now, Kyle.
I know, we're really seeing a train right here, guys. And I mean, we have 3 players with barely a kill on the side of War Machines, which really is a shame for Wisdom and Pablo right now.
Definitely Michael, Malty, and Jaime all combined have less than 3 kills, so they definitely need to step up those 3 as a team and just think about what they can do to win out these rounds, because right now they are definitely struggling in these situations. And there's only 4 rounds left for Carbon to put the nail in the coffin and get this one under their belt, as Superman picks up a nice kill onto Jaime. It will be a 4-on-4 situation here. Now we have Michael defending this A-bomb site. Unfortunately, no one pushing in from Carbon yet. They're playing extremely passive. They know how nervous this team is, and they're just playing off their impatience at this point. Carbon, you can definitely see in the way they're playing. The communication's on point, but Malty finally answers back with a kill. Pablo picking up 2 as well. And now Brando all alone for the first time. War Machine in the making for a very nice round on the board, and a much needed one at that. Being down 6-1 is definitely not where they were looking to be here. But Brando, he still has the ability to answer and continue forward with this Carbon momentum, but he is going to have to work his way through 3 players. But he starts it off nicely, taking out the only full HP player remaining. He's going to take down Michael there on the catwalk stairs, and now Brando, he's in a very doable situation. He has more HP than both of the remaining players combined. He could actually win out this 1 versus 3 clutch and put Carbon in a great situation, and he's about to do it. Malty is going to be the only chance to stop him now. Malty with 16 HP, Brando with 9 HP, but Brando wins it. 1 versus 3 Carbon will basically seal the deal here with that one. Brando, he's got to kill pretty much the hopes that they had of winning that round. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well done to Brando. I mean, well done to everyone on Carbon right now. They are really just showing how they are the top team in North America right now.
Definitely, and the demise of War Machine continues with another great start. 2 kills in the first 10 seconds. Make that 3, as now War Machine, they're basically on their last leg here. The last round of the half, and it's looking like it's got Carbon once again written all over it. Pablo and Jaime, they're going to try. Pablo grabs 1, but now Jaime all alone. 1 versus 4, not a whole lot he's going to be able to do. Carbon, they are just a machine at this point, and they will take down War Machine this half 8-1, 2 rounds away from steamrolling their way into a national championship victory. What a win that would be if they would take this 10-1.
And they managed to do it. Wow.
Alright, and now here we have it. It's going to be possibly the end here for War Machine unless they bring an incredible answer.
This really could be the end, and it's looking very terrible for War Machine right now. I mean, Carbon has the momentum, hitting every shot, and War Machine just can't take it down right now.
Definitely having some struggles on the side of War Machine. 8-1, I mean, it's almost unrecoverable. I mean, I'd like to say they have a chance here, but I think Carbon has just completely obliterated their hopes here. I mean, they just seem like they've given up here on the side of War Machine. I think they have to have a complete turnaround in attitude if they even want a chance at this one.
I mean, I think Carbon has really obliterated everyone's thoughts right now of War Machine just trying to get in to the first place here.
Definitely, and 2 rounds remain. Carbon, they just want to seal the deal here. They know all they've got to do is take their time, put 2 solid rounds up on the board, which is definitely something they can do. And Superman starts it off, and Carbon 1 step closer with every kill to sealing the deal here and being your national champions. War Machine, we thought they'd be able to put up a stronger fight, but Carbon just proving themselves a dominant and unstoppable force here in the North American scene with just an incredible performance here so far. 2 rounds, though, away. They can't let it slip. They can't make any risky mistakes over and over again. Otherwise, War Machine, they could get an opportunity to bounce back, but as long as they keep their composure on the side of Carbon, don't get too cocky with their plays, I think they'll be more than okay. But Superman, once again, he's just the guy who seals these necessary frags, and I love watching him do it. He's just an incredible player when it comes to making it happen. But Pablo, he seems to be the same way for War Machine. He gets the necessary frags on the board, and now it is going to be a 2-on-1, so a winnable situation, but 15-0 hits a great deagle shot there, and now it's all going to be in the hands of Malty. He's going to try and bring this one back, but unfortunately, 15-0, he's prepared for this. Can Malty hold on? He will hold on, though, with a nice 3 kills on the board that round, and 1-0 going to be the score this half, but still 8-2 overall in favor of Carbon.
Yeah, Malty's gone pretty big that round. Same with Pablo, and we got to see the OG spray of Malty.
Definitely seeing the spray of Malty go to work there. But now Brando starts it off. 15-0 gets one as well. It's going to be an opening pick favor of Carbon. Michael, the only one grabbing one on the side of War Machine, and things are looking good as Famous. He's going to continue to go all out in this, getting another one. Superman gets one as well, and now Michael, he's stuck here in B-Long, and here it comes. They know exactly where he is. Famous flicks over, gets that headshot, and here we go. Match point, 9-2 the score. This could be the end of it here right now.
Match point so early in this best of 5 right now. It's quite sad to see at the end of the finals, you know.
And here we have it. 15-0 starts it off with one. 15-0 gets 2. And this could be the beginning of the end. It's still a 3-on-3 situation, winnable for either team at this point, but War Machine, they can't afford to cut it this close when they're every round away from being eliminated. Brando gets one on the cross. Dweez gets one, and this could be the end. Malty all alone here. We could be seeing Carbon national champions here unless Malty has the answer. Brando and Andre J for the win, or will Malty come out and bring a 1 versus 2 clutch? Here we go. Malty 1 HP. This is going to be the end of times for War Machine unless they can bring it back. Dweez seals the deal. 10-2, an incredible scoreline here. Carbon 3-0 sweeps the best of 5 finals, and that is a quick and painless match for Carbon. They win 10-5, 10-2, and with their extra 1 map advantage going into it, that is it, Kalmu.
That is it, guys. We now see the champions, and I mean, they've been champions before, and they're back again. Carbon has been practicing hard. I mean, we've had an interview with them, we've talked to them, they've been practicing hard on their teamwork and everything, and they've really done it here, guys. This is what teamwork is. Practice pays off.
Definitely practice did pay off here for them today, coming out with an incredible, just an incredible win here. I don't know what to say. I've never seen a finals championship so far away from the second place team. They had the 1 map advantage. I knew that was going to give them a little bit of momentum, but after Ankara, I thought we were going to see War Machine bounce back here on Black Widow. We knew they weren't going to have a great time on Ankara. We knew that going into it. But Black Widow, War Machine was so dominant against Alpha 5. To see them with their backs against the wall every single round, I don't know, Cal, that really surprised me.
Carbon's a great team, right? But War Machine is too. And the fact is I don't think they played anywhere close to the way they played against Alpha 5 at all. And I think that is definitely their downfall. It was a great try. Except for the Black Widow really went downhill, and it was sad to see because, as we said, these guys are a great team. They're a new team, but they are a great team. And we're definitely going to be seeing more of them in the future if they stick together too.
Definitely, and now we are going to pull in